Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Where are your florals? Where are your florals? She said. So I did. I cannot think of a deck better than Ethereal Bloom Tarot for checking the situation with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively around the case that you already know. I am very on it. Let's see what the tarot cards say about it. Before beginning, I would like to say that none of this is true. You shouldn't be trusting anything. These are all of my fantasies, my dream. I had a dream, whatever. So disregard everything. Since Blake Lively likes to go after creators with 3 subscribers, I don't think I need that. All right, fantasies, untrue, silly pastime. Judgment, of course, judgment. What else? It's all about judgment. Let's see. The hearing is coming. This lady clearly wants to win. I guess she thinks she stands a chance. Let's look at everyone. Blake, Justin, and of course, Mr. Ryan Reynolds. All right, let's go. Justin Baldoni. And Blake Lively. Well, despite the fact that Blake seems to be like, oh, she's getting bored, she's yawning at this case, seems like she's quite upset and disappointed, I think, with the way things go. And I think that her face when she was leaving the court speaks volumes about her true state, rather than the news that she was playing some kind of a board game because she was so bored. Yeah, they call them board games for a reason. So I think that there are 3, like this card, 3 of Swords, is usually called 3 things that trouble your heart. So what are those 3 things? They are family. I don't think that they are having a very good time with Ryan. I think that it is tough for them going through all of this, and it takes a toll on their relationship. I think the job, I think that she's worried about not getting a job again in the industry, that she's having a bad fame. She's becoming infamous in the industry, and she will have further problems with the further employment. And 7 of Pentacles, it's like she's doing the wrong thing. It's making the effort to do something that you don't really need. 7 of Pentacles in the classics, it's about plowing and fertilizing and taking care of the field that is fruitless, that is like a barren. Yeah, so she's doing the wrong thing. She's worried she's doing the wrong thing. Basically, she's upset, and the facade that she puts on, like, oh, I don't care, I'm so bored, all of these things, all of these lawyers, is fake. She's upset, clearly, and disappointed. What about Justin? 5 of Swords. I would say that not only she's able and prepared and has everything to fight, he is ready and willing to use whatever it is that he has in his sleeve to win. This is a victory no matter what. Justin will go to the end. This is card of the person who is ready and willing to pay the ultimate price for the victory. Doesn't matter who's getting hurt, doesn't matter who is going to suffer in the end. He needs this one badly. All right, let's ask how the relationships were between these 2 people, because initially I think that Justin wanted a star for his movie. It was in his best interest to keep her happy, but it's just that sometimes it's hard with some people. Let's see how their relationship were in the beginning. How was Justin? towards Blake in the beginning? Wow. And how was Blake towards Justin in the beginning? All right. Okay, interesting. Like, he was like, you're a star, you know? But this is not card of relationship, desire, or something like this. This is not a card that generates attraction. In fact, this is a quite cold card. And the thing about this card that it represents Aquarius. And as we know, Justin is Aquarius. And Aquarius sign is quite cold and distant. So he looked at her as a star, as an accomplished person, as someone very bright, someone who can attract some stardom to the movie, basically. Yeah, she's a star, but cold, in a cold fashion, you know, in a cold way. And she was like very strange, very childlike, like, oh, I'm just exploring, I'm just trying new things. Oh my God, I'm so excited about these new things, this new movie. I wanna make it work and things like that. This is like a childish card of a child who's curious in the best meaning, in the best sense, you know. Let's ask whether or not they had any attraction. Yeah, because what they say is that how did he feel romantically? Did he have any romantic feelings towards her and she towards him? Not really, no, neither of them, guys, neither of them. He obviously not, because what he was going for is the mutually beneficial cooperation. This is what he was going for. He thought, together we can make a great thing that is going to explode in the industry. You know, he was going for a mutually beneficial cooperation. That's it. He just wanted to make a great movie together, and he believed that they could do it with a star that is Blake Lively. They can make something amazing together that will be passed on in time. Yeah, that will live on in time. And she saw that the man is quite cold. Yeah, he is. He was. He saw him for what he was, but quite intelligent. Yeah, intelligent, decisive. In fact, King of Swords is not easily pushed around. She didn't get the impression that it is easy to manipulate him. Let's include one more player into this game, Ryan Reynolds. Let's look at Ryan, the way Ryan felt, what plans he had for Justin Baldoni when he heard about him, met him in the beginning of this thing. The magician, he thought, oh my God, I will play you like a violin. Sorry for that, yeah, little violin. I will play you like a violin. I've got all the means. What are his ultimate goals? Because to me, this is unclear, to be honest with you, for the magnitude of Ryan Reynolds taking over one movie. I really don't think that or the next one, the sequel, even 2 movies or 3 movies, I don't think that it mattered so much. What are his goals? What did he want? Why did he want to take control? And he wanted to manipulate the situation, and magician is always in charge. Magician gets what he wants. Magician has got all the resources to reach his goals, to achieve his goals. Yeah, basically. What was his ultimate goal? I wonder. Unclear. It doesn't show that he had some particular amazingly huge goal. Did he just dislike the guy, or No, you know what? The way I see it, he just wanted more opportunities for his wife. He just wanted to teach basically his wife, which is the Queen of Pentacles, how to play the same game as he plays. You know, he just wanted new opportunities for her. He wanted to help her, use the same playbook. He was teaching her basically. And Justin, in this case, was just a victim. Like, okay, this guy, this no one, you know, he's just gonna be like frog in the lab, you know, just a frog in the lab to show Blake what's what, how these things are done. I will teach you how these things are done in Hollywood, and it's regardless, you know, this whole Justin or Brendan or I don't know, whoever, Johnny, whoever, it doesn't matter. I will just show her how to be independent, how to be on your own, how to be a star that is comparable by the magnitude that I am, you know? All right, interesting. Okay, let's look at the relationship between, no, okay, before, let's get done with Justin and Blake. Let's look at what these, the results, the ultimate results, because I don't want to look at the hearing that is coming. I want to look at the ultimate result of this whole trial. Let's look what the ultimate results of this whole trial will be for Justin, will be for Blake. Wow. Guys, I honestly, well, for Blake, it's definitely going to be a wake-up call. This is something that is going to wake her up to reality, how things work, how the world works. Welcome to the real life Blake. At her age, I don't know how old is she, but she's getting closer to 40, I guess. I guess she's more or less my age. Somebody had to tell her how things work. Well, this is for her. What is the ultimate goal of this whole thing for her? Yeah, this is going to be also before and after for her. She's going to realize that things in the world where people live work differently. For Justin, I cannot see, like, you know, justice for Justin. I cannot see these results of the court case, of this trial as specifically beneficial. He will just be able to keep whatever it is that he has. Yeah? What is the best thing that he is going to take out of it? What is the worst thing? Okay. Maybe he will find himself indebted to some kind of guy, to some man who is, I don't know, maybe he will, money related. No, it's not money related, this is support related. Maybe to this guy who is in charge of Wayfarer. But he will get, this is not about fame, but that's just a lot of the informational noise, you know, a lot of media noise, let's say. I cannot say that Justin is going to get some beautiful fruits out of it. He will be able, though, to finish this story with dignity. He is afraid, and for the future, he will remain with the fear of the similar situations, but he is going to be able to retain his position and even go onto a different level after having put a full stop to the situation. So he will be able to move on, having retained everything that he needs. Yeah, there will be a lot of informational noise, which is not especially beneficial for him. He doesn't feel it as such, but also he will remain indebted to someone, I think, for the services and support that had been provided. Yeah, okay, and Blake, for her, is just a wake-up call. All right, what about Ryan Reynolds? What about him, guys? What will he end up with after all of this stuff? Of Swords. Wow. Okay, he will remain also with the conclusions. But guys, I can tell you right away, okay, I can tell you straight up that he's not going to suffer in any kind. Like, he's got enough money and support in the industry, let's say, that he can mend all of the reputational losses, even though it's not going to be easy for him. He will do it. Now, the worst part is that he is going to be like, for him, it's just a reason to rest, to be away from the media. And for him, this is very, really terrible, because I think that he is like attached to, dependent from the, or on the media, on this. He's dependent on the power, you know. He wants to manipulate and be in the center of things, but he will have to take a break, and this break is going to be forced. I don't think that he would be. He needs to make things happen, but it's gonna be difficult for him. But one way or the other, he will have to take a step back and smell the roses. So, well, it's not especially amazing, guys, but okay, I was expected that the court is going to be like, you know, amazing for Justin. I cannot see that. Maybe Justin for justice for Justin, but on a very basic level, guys. He's not going to step out of the court 100% victoriously. He is going to just step out of the court as someone who managed to put an end, finally, to this terrible situation. What are the perspectives of Justin after this process in the industry? Will he be able to reach his ultimate potential, let's say, realize it? Justin. Wow. Not really, guys. He will have some offers that he's going to refuse. Why? He's just not open to it. It seems to me like he will be for a while feeling constricted with the circumstances, unable to move forward with his career. I think that he's going to choose to be with the kids and be in the comfort zone with the family where he feels emotionally secure, you know. I cannot see anything spectacular, not huge projects, not stardom. It's like he will not be able to take advantage of his situation. But on the other hand, it speaks volumes about him too, that the situation was not generated by him, probably. Otherwise, he would probably be able to take advantage of it. What about Blake? What is she going to? What's her career going to be like after this? She will not be able to. She will also... perfect son. Oh, okay. Well, guys, what can I say? She will not be in a rush to relaunch her career, to pick it up where she left it off. But she is going to be able to continue shining, and the connections and diplomacy will prevail at the end. The connections and diplomacy, I mean their connections in Hollywood and in this industry, are going to prevail at the end. And although she might take a break and be very extra super cautious about the projects that she participates in, or maybe she or other people. No, other people are open and willing to hire her. She's the one who is afraid. She is the one who is afraid, guys. She's the one who is afraid. Interesting. Because, yeah, she's afraid of leaving the industry, but on the other hand, is very guarded. Very interesting. All right. Well, what about Ryan Reynolds? What about Ryan Reynolds and his true role in this thing? What about, by the way, Taylor Swift and her true role in this thing? Okay. Okay. Well, Ryan Reynolds obviously played a great deal in this part. In this story. Taylor Swift, though, seems like just a person who was bringing her I don't know, stage personality or her stardom to the project, you know, like just a person who is very well recognized, who is always the winner, who is always there, who is number one. She just brought the stardom into this project. That's it. Okay, I cannot see that she's actively participating, but Ryan Reynolds, on the other hand, he had more on his hands, not just this project. He had a lot of things. And by the end of it, he got a little bit like yes or no, like with ultimatums. But in general, he was on and off the project. Okay. Well, let's see. What is the lesson that Justin is supposed to learn from the situation? What is the lesson for Blake that she's supposed to learn from the situation? What is the lesson that Ryan is supposed to learn from the situation? Okay. Well, for Ryan, losing everything sometimes with a scandal, with something very loud, is not a bad thing, and you should be prepared for it. In reality, Tower is Aquarian card, and being the Aquarius that Justin is, I think this is not something that he's afraid of. I think out of all of the signs, the breaking free, let's say, is something that belongs, that is the area and domain of Aquarius, of the Aquarian sign. This is his freedom. Losing everything in 1 second doesn't mean a thing. It is just giving you freedom to go to the new heights, to go to the new levels. Blake Lively, managing her emotions. That is her lesson, you know. Try not to allow your cup overflow, girl. Do not be driven only by emotions. Also, learn to accept that your feelings are not the central focal point for everyone in this world. Interesting. It's like a hit on the ego or something. Try to be more subtle, basically. And for Ryan, that you cannot rule it all. When it comes to work, you cannot rule everything and everyone, okay? That there is a difference between being a leader and being a person who just pushes for things to be his own way. To protect his other project also, you know. Here what goes to me is like to not make a mess of things, meaning putting all of your projects, mashing them together, because if one, like, put your eggs into different baskets, because if one part of your business goes down, that it's gonna like unequivocal, like without a mistake, make no mistake, it's gonna pull down all the rest of it. Okay, well, guys, I expect it to be something more spectacular, but it is what it is. I'm reminding you that this is just my fantasy, and if you want a personal reading, please write an email to me, which you will find in the description of my channel, and I will see you in a new video. And also I would like to invite you to my streams on Saturdays, that you are going to be able to where you're going to be able to ask your questions, and I will answer your questions absolutely for free. See you on my streams and in my new videos. Goodbye.